Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disc and Deal's live coverage of round 3 of the 2025 MVP Disc Sports Kansas City Flying Disc Challenge presented by Nexus Disc Golf. We're still in Smithville at a different course, and we will be playing Woodhenge course. This Woodhenge course is a par 63, 7,500 feet. It mixes a little bit of short and crafty holes with some big booming drives as well. We got a brand new card. We've got some fresh faces. We've got some similar ones. We're your commentary group, Michael Babbitt, John Jones. This is Babbs and Bones commentary, round 3. Let's get it, Bones.
Beautiful. Yeah, we're just right across the lake. Some of the old holes from round 2 we can see across the lake here, and oh dear, what a great property we have here.
I see what you did there.
First on the card with that hot round, Micah Noble out of Appleton City. Played with Micah many times, great dude. Michael Babbitt as well. Keeping it hot there, made it on the coverage every round so far, only one to do it. Also, welcome back, Parker Welck from Scottsdale, Arizona. All these heavy hitters scooping up to the top here, and including Andrew Presnell out of Ozark, Missouri. The usual suspects almost.
They say as time goes on, the cream rises to the top, baby.
Big time here. Yeah, this course will play a little longer.
Yep, hole 1, par 4, tricky par 4, true 2-shot, no way to really get up there in one shot. First shot is kind of a tight technical wooded shot about, I'd say you can put it anywhere from 300 to 330 feet, just a nice righty backhand hyzer. Then you have this forehander turnover approach. Key is to just get through the first gap way up the hill. The less shots you can do that in, the more successful you're going to be. Micah Noble, first time seeing him on coverage in round 3 after a hot round 2, puts it right into the middle of the fairway, keeping his hot streak alive in the same day.
Perfect start there. Yeah, Michael Babbitt here and trying to match that line. Perfect, and keep in mind after that rain delay, we had about 20 minutes from that first round, and we were back over here for the second round of the day.
Parker back on coverage here, leads his shot off with a beautiful right in the middle of the fairway shot. Andrew Presnell back on coverage, looking for that righty gap hyzer shot, executes it flawlessly. 3 fairways here for the lead card. Babbitt a little bit more scrambly, forced to play the flex forehand shot, barely gets out of the main initial gap that you want to attack the pin there. Prezi also with the nice little scramble shot here with the forehand, seeing a Prezi forehand.
It's very important to get this around that last bush, and then you got about 50 foot to the basket.
It looked good. Couldn't quite see where it finished, but out this main gap we're looking out here, moving left to right.
And it's a straight right turn around that last bush there. Parker a little wide, might have that tree in his way, but got a chance for birdie here to start it off.
Micah getting way up the fairway.
Yeah, this is the optimal location. Little flick, cutting those bushes.
That looks like a birdie start for Micah.
Why not? Keep the fire going.
That looked good out of Micah. Set up nicely for the birdie. Andrew Presnell with his third. A little floaty backhand turnover with a putter. Getting a little crafty.
Shot.
Looks like we're going to see the same thing out of Babbitt.
Yeah, you can see from that angle they had absolutely no way of reaching that really consistently. Parker here, no tree. See? First hole.
Missed birdie chance for Parker out of the first. Missed it low off the cage. See if Micah can't convert his birdie on hole 1 of round 3 here.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's kind of tough to get into that bush. Great couple shots.
Savvy move there from Presnell, finding the chain that was stuck together to another one. Not risking any chances.
Yep, and he hits it on that side. Good decision. I'm like, you ain't aiming on that left side.
Anytime people do that, I'm like, I kind of just go blank when I'm looking at the basket. So good for you.
I agree, but any bad thoughts gives bad putts. So
take care of it.
Yep. And no sign hits on the top of the basket. Some little unusual sign there. Chop you a disc. Hole 2, 279 foot. Bread and butter straight shot with a little hyzer at the end. Not really practical for a forehand per se, but we might see one. The goal is just to barely swoop it around that last tree here on the right or keep it inside. Should be a pretty bread and butter hole for these guys, but we do have some wind this round.
I was just going to say, you can take a note. Look at the shirt of Micah there blowing. We had an extreme right to left wind. Very, very heavy wind. 20, 30 plus mile per hour winds here after that storm.
Yeah, we're on our card. We're having a tough time even making this initial gap. It was so windy. It's usually just a straight old mid-range piece of cake, and with this wind makes everything a little tougher. Babbitt here. Keeping it wide. Very good play right there.
Right to left wind. You kind of need that right to left movement. The gap is probably about 40, 50 feet to the right of the basket. So that right to left wind could be helpful.
Yeah,
ended up helping me out.
Parker there a little bit.
See the jersey of Prezi there. Finds the gap initially.
And swoop it over. That's a great shot. Really a perfect shot.
Yeah. 4 good ones here. See if can't convert. Parker a little longer than he likes, but for his birdie on the second.
I think he likes them this long at times.
Just dropped. That right to left was now a tailwind and just slammed it down about a foot. Hit the basket.
You can see Babbitt's now prepared with this umbrella. And Micah keeping it going. What a beast.
2 for 2 start. Micah Noble.
Great birdie from Presnell.
One stroke lead remains for Noble.
Yeah, and for those watching, this is a 4-round tournament. So even though this is round 3, this is not quite the end. We're halfway done, plus a couple holes after this.
Hole 3. We've got the easiest hole on the course out here at Woodhenge. Par 4. Only thing super difficult about this hole is it's kind of a tight gap tee shot off the tee. You want to keep it low, driver, get it as far down as you can. Routine upshot. Expect birdies coming out of the lead card here at hole 3. First thing you're going to be watching for is just hitting that gap. Micah does it beautifully on hyzer. Works his way down the hill. Going to be in prime position for an easy up and down.
Yeah, there's a shot this hole could be eagled with a good wind and a great putt, but we might see one out of these guys today. Babbitt, a little right, a little low, but you do have a ton of room over there. Stay off the road. You can see why it plays as the easiest hole. These guys will have about 100 foot or less up shots down there. Presnell.
You know, I will say it was a little bit of a headwind on this hole. It kind of helped keep the disc low because you didn't want that lift. So really almost made the hole more consistent.
Mm-hmm. 4 decent drives there. No trouble off that first gap.
Yep, should see some fundamental up and downs here.
Anything can happen with the wind, though. That's not what you want from that close there.
That's not parked. That's still some meat on the bone for Prezi. That's a park job out of Micah. Nice little chip shot right under the basket. Parker looking to do the same thing with his second. Leaked it
Juiced
a little long.
again.
It is downhill, so that is possible. You can kind of see the elevation change here with this shot.
Babbitt making sure not to leave that long like those guys. Great upshot there.
Prezi for birdie on the third.
Very good. Yeah, I call this one not a par 4, but a don't 4.
Yep.
It's kind of one of those, it's impossible to 2, but you really don't want to get that 4. And great cleanup from both those dudes.
High-level putts there out of Parker and Prezi.
Yeah, and shout out to GT. I was talking a little crap to him and saying people couldn't do it, and he flicked that one in for 2. Only eagle of the day.
Shout out to GT.
And a great star frame there. Hole 4, 279 foot. Little putter shot up and over this ridge. Kind of a unique hole. You got to keep it low to miss these branches, but got to keep it high enough to get it over the top of the ridge. A perfect shot. Lands a little bit short. Skipping down there to the basket.
Nope.
That's great right there. Barely over. A little bit shorter than he'd like, but easy.
Just outside of the bullseye there for Micah, looking to start. Super hot. Keep that hot going.
Babbitt with the same flight. A little more right turn, a little more juice. Still fine.
2 good shots to start. Nice fundamental work here. Just got to execute. No excuses, really.
Yep, you know you got a couple tough gaps to hit in the next few holes, so this one's one you really want to add before you get to those.
Good shot out of Prezi there. 3 inside
Parker
C1.
here. That might be that Parker Welck truth there.
Get it?
I've heard
Trying
those
to
are
get an
flying
ace
nice.
on coverage.
Pretty
Has
close.
to settle for a park job.
A little bit of meat left on the bone. A little tester here for Andrew Presnell for birdie on the 4th.
Very good putt.
No chance of going anywhere else but middle of the basket. For birdie on the 4th for Babbitt.
Perfect.
Well done.
Yeah, great start to the round there for Babbitt, but it's going to be tough to catch the perfect score right now.
4 for 4 start out of Micah Noble. 3 for 4 out of Babbitt. 3 for 4 out of Prezi.
And another star frame.
Back-to-back star frames. 2 out of 4 for Parker.
You can tell why these guys are leading the tournament after 2 rounds.
You see Parker showing off his truth there. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We're here at the Kansas City Flying Disc Challenge. Hole 5, par 3, 303 feet. Tight gap off the tee. Tight gap about halfway through. Tight gap all the way to the pin. Uphill. Bones, just really a high level of execution needed here to get the birdie. Uphill through tight gaps, 300 feet.
Big time. One of the toughest 300 footers you'll throw. Tons can go wrong. The big miss is to not put it enough ante and go straight into those left bushes.
You can just barely see a sliver of sun getting through.
Oh, and he wasn't happy with that, but I kind of would be.
Absolutely. He's in the middle, up the fairway, less than 100 feet to go. Super happy with that.
Yep. Babbitt here.
Looks a little left.
Ouch. Yeah. You can look by that footage there. Those bushes are no good.
Prezi going with the forced flex, backhand out of the gap, gets way up the fairway, going to have a chance for two. Excellent shot out of Andrew Presnell there on the fifth.
Parker, this is kind of his shot shape here. Little tickle, but really good shot.
Excellent shot out of Parker Welck. Baby flex out of the hand. Park
Babbitt's
job.
got to look here, get his up and down, peeking his head out the bush there. Yeah, great shot from there. Just looking to get that par.
Same with Mike.
Micah,
Yep. Jinx.
Lord. Presnell. Beautiful. Little left side today, but they've been going in. Great birdie for those two. Not one many people are getting here.
You got to be a Pro Tour victor to birdie that hole. That's what I hear.
For sure. Really, with a couple cleanups here, these it's not a bad average on the hole. Bogey is way possible, and Babbitt cleaned it up nicely. I knew he was cashing that one. Little cheer for the Woods, I believe. I think I could see you through there.
The voice kind of sounded familiar, too.
Micah upset, neg 18, out the question. Oh, real deal.
Oh, yeah. Parker Welck with the real deal off the tee. Taking his mid-range on a slight flex. Anheuser off the tee, right through the gap. Purzik park job for Parker Welck.
Hole 6, shortest hole on the course, 204 foot. Simple gap, just have to execute it. You got to keep it a little high. This is a little more uphill than it appears on camera here, and speed control is necessary as well. A couple guys on our card threw the perfect shots and zipped it right into those bushes back there with no putt. See the gap right there, the basket there, and Presnell, ouch. Yeah, that does stink. Parker, after throwing similar shot.
Rinse and repeat for Parker Welck there. Well done.
Yep, you kind of want to throw this hard so it digs into the ground, but not too hard that it keeps gliding. Micah, just a hair off.
Bled off to the right there just a little bit. Oh,
and Babbitt too. All three of those guys praying that
they have something.
They can get it up and down at this point.
Very difficult up and down. Contested trees and shrubbage all the way to the pin on the right side.
Looking for that cut. Oh, beautiful, really. Man, great work there. Still got some left, but
until you go into those woods and see how impossible it is to get out of,
yep,
then you'll know.
Presnell, not much of a forehander, but we'll see this one.
No
Maybe
way.
you should try it more often.
Yeah,
that was a great shot.
I mean, if these cameras were behind our players, we would see just the faintest lines.
Mm-hmm. Micah again to keep those bogey free out of there.
Yeah, gets it up there.
Still not bad.
Yeah.
Putts for all the guys for par.
Babbitt to save par.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
Nubs were curling in there.
It giveth and it taketh.
Yep, Micah from the chest here. Keep it over those bushes.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Another great scramble. Incredible. Parker's over here just like, I don't know why you guys made this hole so hard.
It's only
You
200
took
foot.
200 feet dead straight through a tight gap, dude.
Presnell for his par as well.
Wow.
Parker can hoop and holler. These guys are still happy for those pars.
I guarantee you, all three of us are
Yep.
very happy with that par.
Yep.
All right, here we are, round 3, hole 7. We've got a par 4. We've got hazard, I believe, on the tall grass on the left. It could not be. And then we got a dogleg right down a tunnel. First shot's going to set up the tunnel shot. Then you got to execute 250, 275, maybe 300, 330 if you end up on the left side off the tee.
Our goal here is dead straight and place it as much in the middle of that mouth as you can.
Give yourself an opportunity to throw down that tunnel. That's what we're looking for off the tee here. Parker going with the straight shot. Prezi going with the straight low shot. Looks like he's going to find the gap.
Yeah, a little bit inside maybe. It can make it tough if you're close enough to that bush. You got to put a little ante on it. Micah, same
Nice
shot, a little left. That's
finds the
perfect
gap.
placement.
Well done out of Micah. Babbitt going with the forehand.
Kind of the optimal play if you're trying to really get in there a little bit. Straight up spike. And not bad. You'd rather be out a little farther out of that gap for this shot. You can see just straight down this tunnel. Not a bad throw by Babbitt. Hey, whoa.
Touching the pin.
Man,
what a
that's
shot.
the way to play that.
Parker with the second, down the tunnel. Just short on the left side, rough of the fairway. Could be fairway, can't quite see it, but he's going to have a putt for birdie.
Really touchy on this green. Micah. Good
There you
tree
go,
hit
yep, good
there.
tree.
It's very easy to get one right at the basket and zoom it 60 foot too long. And here's Presnell, a little bit pinch. I don't think he can get it there from here.
He's going to need a lot of angle off that backhand.
Yeah.
Needed the speed too, just got to the backside of that fairway so quick. Nothing much he could do to pull that shot off. Very tough.
Another forehand.
Prezi's flicking these forehands all over this course. This is looking really, really nice. Might need to be changing the narrative.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Parker wanted that one. A little tough in the bush. Here's Presnell for his par.
Count it.
Cashed.
Well done. Amazing scramble out of Andrew Presnell there.
Yeah. Parker too. Barely in there, but got it. Decent pars.
Micah Noble for birdie. Tricky putt. Finds a way.
Very
well
good.
done.
He knows you're hot on his heels.
Yep.
Got to make it.
He's not leaving very much room at all.
Mm-mm.
Babbitt happy with the tap in there. Don't have to worry about putting on that one.
Very good.
One stroke tournament here.
Mm-hmm. Hole 8, I take it back. This is the shortest hole in the course. 192 foot with a death cliff on the right side of this basket. It's a very simple gap to hit. Got to have it turning left at the very end, but probably 15 foot of the right and 30 foot long. It is way down there. We're talking maybe 30 foot drop down.
Just off a cliff.
Yep,
with
there's
a
a rope for
shrub.
you to climb up there. So, Micah, good shot. Stop rolling. And I think
Let's see where it ends
did.
up. Yeah, looked good.
Babbitt looking for similar, a little higher maybe. And that's still not bad, but definitely a death putt incoming there.
Yep, short left as well.
Parker keeping this low.
Oh,
stay
unfortunate
up.
ground reaction, but what looked to be a perfect shot. Nice slow, hyzer and late. Looking pretty out of Presnell there. Well done. Oh,
Kind of close.
Kind of scrambled down there towards the backside, but he didn't go down the cliff. Babbitt with the chance for two.
Straight up death putt. Very good putt there. Any miss of that, I'm telling you, you're not getting up and down, or you're not making that putt from there. Micah, kind of the same deal here.
Finds it.
He ain't missing today.
Well done by Micah Noble. Staying hot.
Parker hanging 10 on that cliff edge.
One of the best shots of the group, but unfortunate ground play leaves him in a tricky spot to get this putt in for birdie.
Easy money.
That was very athletic out of Parker there. Have such a wide base, strong to the core, beat the tree.
There's that cliff a little bit. I was like, man, these guys played it too nice. We didn't even see the cliff, but you could see a little bit of a roll from Presnell. He's down. But we got a star frame. One of many this round. Good work.
Look at all that green there on those scorecards.
So far,
No
bogey
red,
free.
no bogeys
Not
out of the
bad.
card.
We'll see if this hole will get him. Oh, first though, double take.
Diskin, deal,
Great
double
putt
take.
here from Babbitt. Yeah, like you're saying, death putt, no worries for him. Must be them pink putters sponsored by Blue Sage Payments here.
We are here with Simon Line Neutron Balance, the first mid-range in the Simon Line. If I had to compare it to an MVP disc, I would say a reactor that feels a bit more like a hex, but flies slightly more overstable than a reactor. This is a disc that could really handle anything. Windy days, forehand and backhand. I will get aces with this, I don't doubt that. The Simon Line Balance, available now.
Here we are, last hole of the front nine of round 3 of the Kansas City Flying Disc Challenge. It is a par 3, 300 feet. All that tall grass you see on this beautiful flyover is hazard. So uphill, fundamental shot, 300 feet, probably plays close to 330. We should see some birdie, at least birdie looks on this one, the way these guys are playing.
Yeah, not too hard of a hole, but definitely a chance to get someone get that first bogey of the round. Not for Micah, though. That's what you want.
Inside the circle, slide uphill for Micah for birdie. Michael Babbitt off the tee, looking for nice spiking 330-foot hyzer. In the fairway.
Right
Right by Micah.
Might want it a little closer, but the main goal is to keep out the hazard on this hole. And it is easy to push it long and be behind that tree. And right as I said it, Parker into the hazard. He'll have to make that putt to keep bogey free for the card. Presnell going the direct route. Oh, yeah, no chance of that going OB, really.
Parker to save his par.
Darn it. I knew I was going to say something that was going to happen. Presnell, great birdie putt there.
Nice birdie out of Prezi.
Ugly, but twos are never ugly, brother. Babbitt to collect his birdie. Oh, just a little weak on that one.
A little weak. Gonna want to convert on that one. Micah Noble to extend his lead here.
Great putt there by Micah, and Parker for his bogey.
2-stroke lead out of Micah now after the front nine.
Yeah, not bad.
Coming in with 1 stroke, extends it to 2. keeping the hot streak alive.
That was it. Let's take a look at these leaderboards. We got our lead card still in the lead. GT and myself hot on their heels, but with this 4-round tournament, the gaps are still getting bigger and bigger each time. You can see top 10 is 14 strokes out. Come see us back for that back 9. Subscribe to Disc and Deals and hit that notification bar.